All right. Welcome all, hit or miss. I am your host, Night Strike, and I've got an interesting panel with me this evening. Uh, let's see. Who do we have? Is it? It's not showing my video. I give up. I give up. I give up. But anyways, we've got a panel tonight. Who do we have? We have uh Travis. You're here. Say hello.
Yeah,
Travis.
man. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Travis B11. Check out my channel, Travis B11. Lots of good content, and thank you for the invite, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
Who else do we have? We've got Budget. Apparently, he's calling in from work. Budget, you're muted.
He was just there a second ago.
I know. He's not. I can't hear him. Do you hear him? I don't hear him.
Mm-mm.
Can you hear me now?
There you
Yes,
go.
we can hear you now.
There we go. It helps if I turn the right doggone microphone on.
It
Not
does.
even my show, and I'm having technical difficulties in here. What the hell?
Yeah, well, I'm having them too. So, I mean, because my video should be working, but it's not working. So, it's making me very angry. Very, very angry. So,
That's the path to
anyway.
the dark side, man. Be careful.
Well, you know, do or do not. There is no try.
There you go.
So, there you go on that one.
Do or
all
do
right.
not, because now you have a copyright strike.
No,
Nah.
that's all Night Strike original. Who else we got? Apparently AWAG has snuck in here at the last minute.
Hello, how's it going? Thanks for inviting me.
Wait, so did you finally come out from under the New Jersey rock?
Nope, I'm staying put, sadly. Maybe for like another year or so, because it's one of those things that, yeah, it's really nice to move out and everything, but at the same time, it's gonna be, I have to load up all of my stuff into my truck, and I only have a ton and a half pickup. I don't have the crazy soup. What?
Come on, man. Get a U-Haul.
But the rain tax.
Yeah. I honestly think the world is going to end up like offing itself with this coronavirus. But you know what goes good with a coronavirus? Lyme's disease.
Lyme disease. I said that one the other day. Nobody liked that. So
dang. Well, I was gonna say okay, boomer, but I've resigned myself to not say that anymore. So now it's just 10-4 dinosaur.
Oh, geez.
I'm not even sure like that. All right, so moving on. Kingpin, what's going on? Calling you out, Kingpin. Anytime.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, and last but certainly not least, we've got Duke Liberty. Ian, what's going on, Ian?
Hey, thanks for the invite, Night Strike. Check out my channel, Duke Liberty. I just have done my response to Squibload, doing the zombie Pop-Tart challenge. So, hey, check that out, but appreciate for the invite.
All right. And I don't know what's going on with the chat, but apparently I've jumped. I don't know.
Jump
Can you hear
the
me?
shark?
Can people hear me out there, or am I not?
Hold on. Let me put that video feed through on my other computer here.
Yeah,
you're coming through fine. You're fine.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
I can
man.
hear you
Something's
on the
playing.
tubes.
Something's playing tricks on me. All right. Anyways, what are we talking about tonight? I have no idea. I don't have any topics prepared. I am totally unprepared tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I've been dealing with family last minute. Not good. So, again, what's going on? Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to air out?
This story goes back a couple days, but I was over looking at let's see, firearms news. If you want to rag on the NRA for a little bit, we could possibly do that.
Oh, we always rag on the NRA, but
Yeah.
okay.
So what's going on here? And this is a little article. You just want me to go with this then, or is this cool?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So what it is firearmsnews.com. And you guys might have covered this in another podcast. This goes back to January 21st. It's called the NRA 2A Compromise. It says in a story by Brad Books dated Monday, January 20th, Reuters News Service quoted NRA Institute for Legislative Action Virginia State Director DJ Spiker stating anti-gun billionaires who invested millions in the 2019 Virginia election expect a return on that investment, which, okay, we knew that was coming, right? But then he went on and said the NRA is fully prepared to work to defeat Governor Northam's gun grab, but also work to find compromise. That scares me because
okay. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's a
We've been
direct quote, by the way.
compromising enough, okay? Because we gave them background checks. We compromised and we let them take the machine guns just so we could get FOPA, okay? Of which not every state follows it, even though they're supposed to because it's federal freaking law, okay? And then there was the 1968. Then there was the 1934. Okay, how much more compromise do we have to give in order for get them to shut the hell up? How much more, Travis?
Here's the thing that drives me nuts about this
All
is
of
that
we literally have we literally compromise everything away just to have what? Pop guns?
Yeah, more or less. The problem we have is that these senators keep going to the NRA to sit down and negotiate our rules and our laws and our regulations. Like, I understand they're one of the biggest gun groups in the country, and that's kind of our fault for letting it get to that point, and not promoting other gun groups or getting other gun groups on equal power. But it's kind of scary to think that they go to the NRA for the advice that they need, and then they turn around and make the regulations based off of those discussions. And we start talking compromise again. It's not a compromise. We should just call it rights loss. That's what it is. It's a loss of rights. It's a loss of freedom.
Because no self-respecting gun owner would compromise with these idiots and these irreputable people because they don't want to compromise. They just what they want, and they don't want to give anything back because a compromise is I'll take this, but I'll give you this instead. But I'll give you this in return. That's how a compromise works. Not okay. You give me this, and you get to keep whatever you've got left. No. That's not compromise. That's not how it works. But apparently, that's how they think it works. And it angers me so.
Yeah, so people just be thinking long and hard about which organizations you contribute to. I know that there are some ways that the NRA does contribute to our freedom and our liberties and rights, but at the same time, it's okay to spread the love around to other organizations too.
I have a question.
Yep.
Did anybody even see the NRA supporting the Virginia 2A rally?
They supported it rather late, from what I hear.
You mean after it was over and they saw it was a success?
Yeah, so they can take credit for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Travis. I didn't mean to.
No. It's just. Dude, I just saying after I saw that, I was like, really? I mean, we compromised on the bump stock discussions between the NRA and President Trump, and look where that got us, right? I mean, now watch them start talking compromise on red flag laws, and that's going to be even worse. I mean, dude,
the only good news lately that we've had is the whole ITAR modernization, and that's about it.
Yeah.
No.
Not much else, man.
Not much else. So. And I saw this on the Truth About Guns, but the New Yorker, a liberal magazine or whatever they are, I don't even know what they are anymore. They're reminding their readers that gun rights is ultimately about white power, which that's not true at all. And two, gun control was started by the same people that didn't want the civil rights movement. So I don't know.
That's a way to villainize us, though, and they're going to run with it.
Yeah, they're going to run with it, just like they run with anything. And
Just like there were thousands of rebel flags at the Virginia 2A rally and a bunch of white, racist and nationalist and everything else they predicted. Right.
Yeah, and there was blood in the streets, and people were screaming and ranting and raving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Wild West all over again.
That's really what bugged me the most about the NRA is it really just appears that they're just like the king of positioning themselves based on outcomes. I don't know. Pardon me if I'm a little raw with the NRA.
Hey, you're not any more raw than I am. I'm probably more so. I'm really, really disappointed in the NRA.
Yeah, tell me about it. The NRA hasn't done crap for New Jersey. If anything, they were the ones that basically helped push through the magazine ban from 15 rounds to 10 rounds. So I'm pretty angry at them for that.
I mean, instead of the National Rifle Association, it'd be the National Give Us Money Foundation.
Hey, we should
shift they get all that money. Do they use it for to push back gun laws or to lobby? No.
They're lobbying behind the scenes, not strike.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now that's why Wayne is buying $300,000 suits.
$300,000 suit. Yeah, there you go.
And that's why he's going to taking trips to Europe, right? Anyways, we're gonna move on from this. Travis, did you find another article we can talk about?
Well, yeah. The other thing to discuss too is Oklahoma. Now they've got a bunch of proposals for bills, which from what I've seen and heard, I don't believe they're going to pass, but they're starting to throw down basically. And it's kind of funny because I think Bloomberg was there a couple months ago, and now suddenly you start to get these massive proposals for gun regulation, essentially things that want to revoke constitutional carry and also reinstate the gun-free zones that were basically eliminated from the constitutional carry or whatever bills were passed at that time. I'm not an Oklahoma resident, but I got a feeling you'd probably see a massive rally in Oklahoma if there's any kind of push for regulation or flipping around that constitutional carry. I kind of wish Snob was here because maybe he could chime in on this a little bit, but I saw that there was a couple of posts that went up. Maybe, is it Guns and Gadgets or Mr. Guns and Gear had done a video, and I watch a channel called Bear Independent, and he's a pretty level-headed dude. He was talking about it, and I think he's in Oklahoma himself. And so he was talking about, some of these proposals and what's in the pipe and what's in the works. And yeah, I mean, he said that they may have to congregate and have a massive rally themselves to raise some awareness for it. But I don't know, man. We'll have to see where things go.
Right.
Do we have any kind of an update on Virginia at all? Has anything come out of what's happened with the rally? We understand that there's awareness that's been made, and it happened. There was no issue.
Other than they're trying to get bills through, so that the Democrats stay in power, and that it unfortunately the rally didn't really accomplish anything other than telling them there's thousands of unhappy voters. That's it.
Yeah. Now, is
At
it
least
possible?
That's what I hear.
Or is it possible for those voters to vote out these representatives and switch things around a little bit? You think there's enough possibility for that, for enough awareness to be made? Because, I mean, a rally like that, even somebody who's not necessarily overly pro 2A or a gun guy, so to speak, but might be a firearm owner, might think, there's a lot of people that are pretty emotional about the issues that are out there that are going on. And, maybe something needs to be done about this whole situation. Maybe I can support,
I don't know. I think it's still up in the air.
Yeah.
I think it's still up in the air at this point. I haven't seen anything contrary. But, has anybody else heard anything about coming out of Virginia yet?
Has anything actually passed at all or not? So I haven't heard anything at all.
And as far as I know, as far as I heard, they were still pushing all those bills.
Okay.
So.
What's scary is that there was such a show of force of the people, and they just blatantly come out and say, like, we don't care. We don't care at all. We're going to continue to push our agenda.
That's an
Well,
exact quote. That's an exact quote from one of the Virginia representatives. They asked him, I don't remember who it is. They asked him, "What do you think about the rally?" And he said, "That rally didn't mean anything to me. I'm going to go do my job." And the only thing so far that's passed in Virginia has been the red flag bill.
Are any of you all on the email list of the Virginia Citizens Defense League? They do a good job of keeping up to date on stuff. I'll put a link there. I'm on their email list, and it's pretty good.
So are they making it sound like there's been some progress in their state then, from what you've seen and what you've read, or?
Actually, the latest thing I read was that some of the gun bills have actually made it out of committee, so that's not good. But
Yeah.
the point is that this particular group is doing a good job keeping people up to date, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see, man. Hopefully things don't progress, but I don't know.
They've delayed the assault weapons ban, and I think like the one gun a month policy, they delayed those bills, but they're still trying to push forward all the rest of the stuff. The universal background check, 3D printed guns, stuff like that.
Yep.
I didn't realize that they had a 3D printed gun bill that they were pushing too. I didn't realize that. I wonder if that's going to include like 3D printed accessories and things along those lines, or if it's just strictly going to be, like a complete firearm or a lower.
I don't know. I didn't read
Yeah.
the bill. Last year, Maryland voted that one down, but I didn't read what the bill said or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just a they said it didn't pass here.
Okay.
You mean bills in favor of or against 3D printing?
Oh, trying to ban 3D printed guns.
Oh. Yeah.
Which, there's a lot of people might say, well, that doesn't really matter to me. I'm never going to print a gun. But you got to think about it, the way metallurgy and technology is going, and advanced carbon fiber and composites. I mean, you may be at a situation here in, 5 or 10 years where you could print some fairly solid pieces for your firearm, and if you've got a ban on it and there's a possibility of going to prison for 20 years if you get caught making these parts, that maybe we should be fighting for it now,
You can rest assured that the 3D printed bill, which once again I didn't read, but I'm just gonna speculate,
Yeah.
is gonna cover milling your own receivers out. That's the whole point of the 3D printed gun, is they don't want you making your own gun.
Yeah.
Like you can't take a block of wood and make your own stock, and then take a chunk of aluminum and make your own receivers and stuff. That's what they're trying to stop, and that's why they're pushing the 3D printed bill gun, because all the thing they got to do, their basis is there's no serial number and there's no accountability for the firearm that you just built. And they'll say you can get a plastic gun through the airport, but they know that's not going to happen. So once they get that passed, they'll go after anything else that doesn't have a serial number on it, i.e., the gun that AWAG makes in his garage one day, tooling around with some spare parts he's got or whatever, or you or me or whoever.
Yeah.
Hey, Wag, you hear that? Don't make spare parts in your garage.
Oh, too bad. I'm buying a 3D printer soon.
Well, we were. I remember back.
Too bad.
What was his name? Cody Wilson. Remember back when he?
Yeah.
We were sent. Of course, I downloaded the files, and I was actually in the process. Still got videos on it. I was actually sent emails saying, "Do not do this. Do not share files. Do not." It's kind of funny. So it's kind of a little bit of an old news story. But which state were you talking about trying to ban 3D guns?
That was Virginia, wasn't it? Virginia.
Oh, I thought you were talking about New Jersey. Yeah.
Maryland voted it down last year, and Virginia is considering it this year. And Maryland is considering it again this year. So.
Well, I mean, you already have to have a license to manufacture guns anyway, right? I mean, so it's kind of understand what the point is, actually.
You can make you can basically make whatever gun you want. Federally, you're legally allowed to do whatever you want, as long as it's not a short barrel rifle, short barrel shotgun, like any other weapon, a machine gun, all the NFA stuff.
Yeah, for personal use.
Yeah.
Can't sell.
You technically can sell a homemade gun. It just has to have a serial number and documentation with it. And that documentation should be like the date of like all the purchased parts, and then the date of its serialization, and then the driver's license number of the person you sold it to. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a lawyer, so
it's kind of what you know and what we've heard before. Yeah.
Some furious typing there.
Yeah. I don't know. I really haven't heard much else in the news as of late, and just like
neither have I, other than what happened at SHOT Show, and we already went over that the other day. So
yeah,
I mean, everybody else has gone over it anyways.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of new guns coming out. They're gonna be really nice. I would almost tell people, if you want to kind of switch over to gun talk a little bit, I would almost start, if you're thinking about getting, a 5.45 AK, maybe consider stocking up on ammo if you don't have it yet. AY, can you chime in on 5.45 ammo real quick? Like buying it, what's out there? I mean, I know we have a lot of options like Wolf or Tula, or no, you said don't get Tula, right?
Tula's good. I'd just be careful. Buy like a veneer, or that's the technical term for a dial caliper, and just measure bullets, because the bore for 5.45 by 39 is 0.219, and if you get anything that's 2 to 3 thousandths over, which most of the time Tula is, it'll measure out to be 0.222, and that can create high pressure issues, or the round just won't chamber at all.
Okay.
Other than that, as long as they claim it's military spec ammo, then it most likely will be good to shoot at your rifle.
Okay. What kind of prices do you see for that ammo? Because I mean, I haven't really thought about 5.45 because the rifles are so expensive.
I honestly haven't checked in like a year.
Go on to AmmoSeek and look it up and see what's out there.
In all honesty, SG Ammo does seem to have the best prices.
Yeah, I've ordered them. I just ordered from them on Sunday. They've got a good selection. I ordered some 7.62 by 54.
So a 1,000 round case of 5.45 by 39 is running around $209, and then I believe that's free shipping as well. I believe it's not bad, honestly.
Is that Tula or what is that?
That's Tula. The other stuff that I personally like is the Wolf and the the Golden Tiger.
Yeah,
is another one. Wolf is good. They're made in Ukraine. Here's 1,200 rounds for $269. It's slightly more expensive per round, only by like 1 cent per round. So it's not that bad of a deal. It's still pretty good.
That's 5.45 by 39, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm seeing Barnall 500 rounds for $89.99.
Yeah.
So you can get 1,000 rounds for under 200.
Yeah.
60 grain. Foam metal jacket.
Yep. You generally, with 5.45 by 39, they have very fast twist rates. So you want to stay within, the 60 grain to 70 grain bullet weights.
Okay, what about 55?
55 will work.
Mm-hmm. Just range ammo, plinking ammo, basically.
Yeah. If you want something to defend home and country with, then stick with the 60 to 70 grain.
Yeah, so really the prices are not bad on it. I wonder if, there's probably going to be some more demand on it now in this upcoming year with all the new AKs coming out and stuff. But
yep.
Yeah. Very nice.
So there's your rules in the side chat about manufacturing.
Yep. Manufacturer of firearms, a person who devotes time, attention, and labor to manufacturing firearms as a regular course of trade or business with the principal objective of livelihood and profit through the sale or distribution of the firearms manufactured. 18 U.S.C. Section 921A, 21A. All right. Firearms may be lawfully made by persons who do not hold a manufacturer's license under the GCA, provided they are not for sale or distribution, and the maker is not prohibited from receiving or possessing firearms. However, a person is prohibited from assembling a non-sporting semi-automatic rifle or shotgun from 10 or more imported parts as set forth in regulations in 27 CFR 478.39.
That's the 922 part of it.
That's 1922R.
Yeah, 922R.
Yeah. In addition, the making of a NFA firearm requires a tax payment and advance approval by ATF. An application to make a machine gun will not be approved unless documentation is submitted showing that the firearm is being made for the official use of a federal, state, or local government agency. So wait. I thought that if the FFL that had a 0702 could manufacture a machine gun for, what is it, experimental purposes, because they have the proper licenses for manufacturing destructive devices, and they're also registered as a manufacturer.
You would think they'd be able to for like T&E only.
Because for research and design and experimental purposes, I thought that was still allowed. Did they remove that?
Is that the terminology you referred to as dealer sample?
No. Completely different.
Okay.
So,
I need to brush up on my terminology. Our rifle club president has a few. I've got some videos of them, and he was trying to explain all this to me, but it's a little more complicated than just, it's not black and white as you think it might be.
and Travis, I hate to tell you this.
Yeah, man.
But your current Patreon video, your supporter early look for today, is unavailable.
I'll have to fix that. I just took the link right off of YouTube, so I'll fix it real quick. Thank you. Yeah.
Just want to let you know.
Well, because it said, it was like the little gray screen was sitting there, and I thought, well, that's kind of odd. Maybe it just hasn't loaded the thumbnail yet, but I'll go get it.
Let me try a different browser.
Publish.
Maybe it's just me.
Let me go ahead.
Nope. Private video. Yeah, no.
Oh, it's set to private?
You set it to private instead of unlisted.
Okay. Well, we will have to fix that real quick. So, all right.
Yes. So there we go on that. I just forgot to mention that to you because I just got that email just now.
Yeah, no, I'll fix it right now. So I was uploading it, but there it is, private. Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna go unlisted. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's nothing.
All right.
Yeah, nothing crazy about it. It's not there. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
All right. Apparently, we got David Ramirez out there. He's on his way to buy a used Taurus PT92 stainless for $300. He thinks it's a good price. Bad. If it's a 9mm or 9mm, as G-Webs would say, it is a good price.
Yeah,
G-Webs wouldn't say it's a good price. He wouldn't support buying a 9mm, but I say it's a good price.
Brand new, I think they're about $450-ish, somewhere around there. The stainless ones have gone up in price maybe a little bit, but yeah.
Yep, we got Joe out there.
It's on sale because it's stainless.
Maybe someone painted over it stainless.
Plated.
That stainless paint.
Stainless plated.
Cerakote, yeah.
Yeah, stainless Cerakote. There you go. I've seen it. It exists. We joke about it, but it exists.
Talking about those PT92s, they've released 2 different versions of them. They've got a stainless with like pearl handles on it now. Then they also have one that's got like blue G10 grips. They had a neat one that had like a gray Cerakote with a Hogue grip on it. I had one for a long time. I really liked it. And eventually I just ended up selling it. I bought a G17 with the money, but it was a good gun. I really enjoyed it. And it was nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a nice alternative to the Beretta.
Well, this comes to an interesting question. Okay, so we've got Berettas, Beretta 92s. They still make those.
Mm-hmm.
They make. I'm pretty sure they make them in Tennessee now, which go Tennessee. But here's the thing.
There you go.
Would you rather get, if you couldn't afford a used Beretta or a new Beretta, would you rather get a Taurus PT92 or would you rather get one of those Regards?
Ooh, I would not go with Regard. And again, this is just me because those are TSOS and those are Turkish manufacturer.
Well, they're EAA, but
they're made in Turkey. They're Hirsan.
Yeah.
I mean, they're don't get me wrong. They look really nice. I mean, look like a clone, basically. I'm really torn on that because part of me is saying, well, I mean, if a person wants to get the gun they want to buy, I mean, there's a lot of things that we buy that come from a lot of countries that don't necessarily do the right thing, so to speak. So, I mean, look where our oil comes from, So I guess it doesn't really make any difference. Personally, I'd rather get the PT92 because I know it's that model's been manufactured for a long time, and you don't hear a lot of complaints about it. You don't see a lot of videos on epic fails on that thing. So I would stick with the PT92. Myself having one, mine was accurate. It was easy to shoot. It was comfortable. Magazines are readily available for it. I mean, of course, on the other end, you could just save up an extra $100 and buy yourself, a new PT90 or a new Beretta 92. You can, you see those on sale all the time. Or you can pick up a surplus one, or you can,
Well, from what I've seen with the EA Regard, problem is they're almost $400 as they are new, and at that price, you could probably find a decent, Beretta 92 used for that price.
Don't we see those for $450, $475 for just the basic, just M9, or the 92, not necessarily without the rail or anything.
Yeah, so
just a bread and butter model 9mm Beretta,
I personally at that point, I don't think I don't think EAA or Regard or TSOS are making them affordable enough for people to want to jump on. For people to want to jump on it.
I guess when you start looking at Berettas, you start seeing this $600, $700, $800 price point. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go with the Hirsan instead because it's cheaper. It's the Beretta design. It's going to work.
Right.
But if you don't know much about firearms or don't look into the used prices or police trade-ins and stuff like that, you don't realize that you can score yourself a nice Beretta for not much more. So
you better have big hands too, because the 92s have a length of pull that's meant for like Hickok-sized hands, not medium-sized.
I mean, instead of going the Regard route or the 92 route, I went and spent $299 for an Italian surplus 92S. Yeah, sure, it doesn't have the United the normal standard US mag release that every other gun has, but it still works as a gun. I mean, sure, the magazine release is in a different place, but it still works. So I don't see the problem.
What would be the goal?
Other people might.
I would like to understand what David's goal is in buying that gun. What does he want to achieve with that gun?
Who? Which gun?
David Ramirez, the PT92. What is that? What is his goal?
Inexpensive Beretta clone. I mean, I think
he says he's already got a Beretta 92 Inox. I guess he's trying to get a stainless steel style original Beretta 92 because they didn't. I don't think they made the original Beretta 92 in an Inox style because of the way they had the release.
I know. I was asking.
Remember the
David.
safety, the safety. So
it's not exactly a carry gun.
Yeah, it's not exactly a carry gun.
it's kind of flashy. It's kind of got some bling to it if you like that kind of thing, I guess. They're very shiny. There's nothing wrong with them. On the TV show Supernatural, one of the characters carries a Taurus 92, but it's just without the rail, but it's the stainless model, the like pearl handle grips on it and stuff, and it's kind of cool looking. But yeah, I mean, it's just maybe he's just starting a collection too. It's hard telling.
David Ramirez, tell us your thoughts. He says no, it's a range gun.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well, it's a good price.
Just getting it for the range. Well, then go nuts, my friend. Go nuts.
Yeah, it's a good price.
Have fun.
Yeah, 300. Is that what he said?
Yeah,
150 below the price of a new one. Plus, you got a lifetime guarantee on it too. So it breaks, send it in.
Does that transfer?
Yes, it does. Yeah, Taurus had gone back and they changed it to like a 1 year, and then they'd swap back around again, and then they changed it back out again to lifetime on their firearms for the U.S. I don't know about foreign countries and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, they transfer, High Point transfers. It seems like a lot of companies do let that go to the next owner, and maybe I don't know if that's like a liability thing or something, but you see that quite a bit, that it's regardless of owner. That like Ruger doesn't specifically state that they have a lifetime warranty. They say that they don't have to offer a lifetime warranty, but if you have a problem, just to call them. And I mean, I've never called them before, but I've never heard of anybody that's ever been denied service getting their Ruger fixed. So. I think for the most part, there's some decent warranty coverage. I think Smith & Wesson is the same thing too. I think my SD9VE has a transferable lifetime warranty on it also.
Interesting.
What's interesting is
has a rail, and plus he wanted the old school style Beretta. That's why.
There you go.
Because from what I know of the original Beretta 92s with the frame mounted safety, they didn't make those in inox. That was before inox was even a thing. So
aren't they like an inch and a half thick? How thick is that thing?
It's a pretty good size gun, man. Well, I wonder if he's getting the
non-rail 92s were.
How thick is that, David? Is it like put it in there? Is it like an inch and a quarter, something like that?
Double stack, 17 round mag. So I mean, it's beefy.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, the recoil on those things is minimal. I mean, it's very comfortable to shoot. Fairly.
Oh yeah, they're heavy enough where they're not. Yeah.
Yeah. They make a good range gun, especially if you can take somebody out shooting. That's a fun one to play around with. I don't know, man. We should run it through the room. What's everybody gonna buy for their next gun? I'm excited.
I already know what I'm getting. I've already got $100 saved up for it. You know what I'm saving my pennies for?
Another server.
No, server.
The Altor single shot pistol, the glue gun.
No, I'm saving for the PS9 dagger.
There you go.
The PSA dagger Glock. Because they told we can make a Glock under $600 in the United States. In fact, under $300 even. Take that.
Question I have on that is I heard the rep say this, and you guys can check me on this if I'm wrong, but he said that it was Gen 3 Glock compatible. So does it use
Gen 3?
So we're talking recoil
Gen 3 19 parts, more or less.
Just the frame or what? I wonder what's all compatible with the barrels, the recoil
control. Spring. From what I hear, the fire control group, everything.
So are they? Yeah, it's because then they said they're going to sell just the frame itself, but it will be serialized. They said they don't want to mess around with doing 80%, but they just because of whatever legality reasons. But they said that they would be doing serialized, unfinished frames that you could buy where they were finished to the point that you just got to put your trigger pack in basically. And you're, whatever you want to do, whatever kind of hardware you want to go with and stuff. But
they're also going to sell whole ones, and I'd rather just buy a whole one.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I think they said the frames are going to be $100 or something, and then the whole one's going to be $299 is what they're going to start with.
Right.
And then they just use the Magpul P19 mags or whatever they call it, just their polymer mags. Yeah.
Greatest gun ever made, Gen 3 Glock 19.
I just wonder how
made by PSA. There we go.
I wonder how long it's going to take to get our hands on one. Like, if they're going to be just cranking them out left and right, there won't be delays on the shipping. I mean, because I got a feeling they're going to sell out because everybody and their dog's going to want one.
That's what you need, David. David, about what was this, like 7 or 8 years ago? I went and I found a cop who was selling a Gen 3 Glock 19. That is the greatest gun I've ever owned. It's got thousands and thousands of rounds to it. That's what you need, David. You can probably get one of those for like $350 if you find
Tony,
find the right.
Tony? What's your opinion on the Gen 2s? Do you have any experience with those at all? My first gun was a G20 Gen 2, and I'd love to go back and get another Gen 2.
No, Gen 3 is the only thing I really have.
Okay.
As far back as I can go.
My 2 was good. I was kind of curious because sometimes you can see them, sub $300. You can see really nice ones, or you still find some of the original, like a Gen 2 G17, or So I thought about maybe picking one up just as kind of a little retro piece to have around. But I know the Gen 3s are just that's just the freaking
I mean, you can't. They don't.
Toyota Camry of handguns, basically. They just run forever. Yeah.
I know this sounds like a cliche,
yeah.
but I've never had. I mean, I've got thousands of rounds to it. I've never even had a
hiccup.
Any kind of problem. No hiccups,
Yeah.
no stovepipes, no failure feeds.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's amazing. Those guns are amazing. Now my favorite's my new little 42. That's my pocket gun. That's my baby.
It's 380.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that little pinky extension on there that they make? Who makes that?
I do. I got the.
There's one company that's known for that.
What is it? What's it?
I know you're talking about.
It can hold 8 rounds. 8 rounds. It's great. I put that. Well, what I did was I got the mag guts and put them in those extensions. Right. That's how I got the 8 rounds out of it.
All right. David saying, I have one Glock 19 Gen 3. He lives in CA. Not many options.
Oh yeah, that's on the registry.
Sorry to hear that, David. Man, I'm really sorry to hear.
Voting is an option.
Yeah. Well, you can only do so much. Too much voting.
I know. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of friends that live in
That's
California.
Like something your parent would say to you after you get in trouble. Voting is an option, son. It's like, oh, damn it.
Damn, I got pregnant.
I don't even live in
California. I had no idea these options were available.
Yes. Yeah.
I have 2 or 3 friends that live in California, and they're all like, all the crazies, where they live, but the rest of us are normal.
Yep. 90% of the state, right?
Yeah, but your laws aren't normal at all.
Yeah, it's funny though when you have friends there. It's hard to give them a hard time. It's like, get your ass up down there and do something.
Oh, see, that's the problem. You have friends there. I've got family there, so I give them all the crap I can.
Yeah.
Tell them, why aren't you voting better? They're just like, we're trying, but there's not enough Republicans there. And I go, that's not necessarily going to fix the situation, but good luck. It is what it is. It's California. I'm sorry, David, that you live in California. I just want to know how the hell you're getting ammo because of the whole background check thing.
He might just buy in bulk. He might do 1,000 rounds at a time, or maybe
stop. Have grandfather. Yeah, he's probably got grandfathered ammo.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right, we're gonna call it because I want to jump in on Sand Hill's chat tonight, so we're gonna end it a little early instead of going late. So let's get our plugs in and let's go through the room. Duke, you're gonna go first.
All right. Again, thanks for inviting me in here, Night Strike. Check out Duke Liberty on YouTube, and appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night.
Mm-hmm. Kingpin, what's going on? Where can we find your content?
All over the place. Just check out my channel, I guess. But thanks for having me, man. Always good times. Everybody have a good night.
Yep. All right. AWAG, where can we find your content? Do you still do content?
Yes, I still do content. Actually, I have some.
Or do we have to wait until you come down here for a vacation and do some content and then go back up to New Jersey? Because that's an option too. You don't have to leave New Jersey outright. You can just take a vacation every year. Come down, hang out for a little bit, and go back up.
Since I live practically a half hour from pretty much the lower three bridges in New Jersey, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump across the bridge to Pennsylvania, where there's freedom. And if you check out my channel, AWAG 1000, you'll find 2 videos that I just recently posted of me shooting suppressed pistols in an SBR. So
yeah,
how is that legal in your state?
It's not. I was in Pennsylvania.
Take that. All right.
I could still get my fix.
Yeah, man. All right. Again, check it out. Travis P11 is my YouTube channel. And on Monday nights, we got Caliber Corner going on at 6 o'clock Central Time. It's a little podcast we do where we just have a weekly firearms chat. We talk about guns and ammo and all the good stuff that goes along with it. But again, like or subscribe to the channel. And everybody here in the panel, check out their channels too. Lots of great content, man. Yep. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. And I just like to point this out, but Travis, your good buddy Stan from SS Pawn is out there in the chat. We want to thank Stan from SS Pawn for jumping in and hanging out with us.
Oh yeah.
So
right on, man. He's
so
been a good
Tony,
Tony,
do you still do videos?
Long live the king. Long live the king. Trump 2020. Long live the king.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I would rather have him compared to whatever is running on the other side. That's it. All right. So with that, guys, check out GunTube.org. Check out Patreon here and there. I've got stuff. I'm doing stuff. Check out for some new videos because they're coming. I know I keep saying that. Nothing happens. I'm trying to work on them. It's just I have an issue of where I'm fat and I don't like how I look on camera. So I'm trying to put position the camera up, and just the video just doesn't come out right. I don't know. It's either I lose weight or I just deal with being fat. I don't know.
I like it when the snake's coming out of your head.
Yeah.
Medusa.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I do want to thank Night Strike for. He's a good guy. He's helping me out with some server stuff. He's a good guy. Y'all just think he's tough and rough and tough, but he's a softie underneath.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a big teddy bear. All right. Enough of that. Thanks you guys for being out there. Ghost Shadow, thank you for showing up. Armed Ape, we're sorry you missed us, but next week, be on time. All right, we'll see y'all later. Thank you all for watching. This was Hit or Miss. How do I turn this thing off?
Adios, Alicia.
Adios.
Te amo.
Adios, Alicia. I'm going to try not to say any smash that this week, okay?
Yeah, neither am I.
Hasta la vista.
Don't say let me smash.